Hey, how's it going guys? I'm Ryuz and welcome to my channel. I hope you are doing well. Today, we're going to continue our guide series and advance to story chapter 7. It has really been a while, isn't it? Well, this chapter is jam-packed with battles because all of the stage has battles, and on chapter 5 we actually have 2 battles. One's using our own deck and the second one is using the deck they told you to use. For this chapter, because we just started a new era of Onmyoji, I made this pretty cheap deck. You can sub out the cards you don't have with the ones you have because it doesn't really affect the flow of the deck. This particular build just makes it a bit more faster. So here's the card that you can swap out if you want to make it even more cheap. Well, without further ado, let's jump straight in. The first stage is against Hangan, Yamausagi, Hakuro, and Yamawaro. This is actually the most difficult stage in this chapter. The rest of the stage will be much easier. They get the first turn and attack directly with Hangan, then activate Yamausagi's spell, dealing 2 damage to our life. Well, let's check the buffs before we continue. The opponent's buff is that at the start of their turn, inflict 3 fragile to our life. This is pretty dangerous because they have Hakuro and Yamawaro, so be careful of those 2. And our buff is at the start of our turn, rally to attack. The other one is our buff changes when her health falls below a certain amount. With that in mind, we activate Assault Ray to kill their Hangan, then attack with Shuten and put a form on Yotohime and pass. In this battle, you just have to be careful with Hakuro because she can deal 2 damage straight to our life when she deals damage to a Shikigami. This battle is going to take a bit long because it is a back and forth duel, so I have to fast forward this one so the video doesn't get too long.
私の歌を聴くのは初めて。私の的はどこ？この命、散りゆこうとも君をね。海の風が満開の知らせを運んできたね。治療はうちに任せなはれ。花は繊細なんだから大事にしてな。修行不足か。
生死の秩序を乱すわけにはいかぬ。お前の魂に資格などない。
諸突猛進して心を燃やしても限界はあるみたいやな。そろそろ本気を出すか。ほら。やっちまった。さらに強くなってやるぜ。
まだ負けてないもん。早く遅れちゃうよ。これを食らえ。これからもよろしくね。私、自由になりたいの。
うさぎ鍋にされる。
体勢を立て直します。一位先進、それ。忘れないで、私の歌声を。
炎は揺れるもんやが、決して消えたりはせえへん。俺の心には、お天道さんの火種が残っとるんや。忠義を尽くす心に迷いなし。
おにぎりの匂いがする。死という字の書き方を知っている。
新たな自分
ガンガン湧いてくるぜ。
山向かう先は心の赴く場所。
酔わなきゃ帰れねえぞ。
みんな今日も元気いっぱいに行きましょう。
拙者職務を怠った。
春の気配感じません？またあったね。ああ、
よく食わなきゃ戦う力が湧いてこねえ。
心の赴く場所、仲間を傷つけさせてしまう。
傷つけたな。まだ終わっちゃいねえよ。
戻るときは鮮やかな紅の花道をさ。
桃と桜の違いわかる？
感謝する。俺様に挑戦したいんだ。ほら。
うさぎ鍋にされちゃうよ。
力がガンガン湧いてくるぜ。まずは一丁やろうぜ。
信念の炎は俺の心と共に燃え上がるんや。
私もまだまだ
Our health is dangerously low because Hakuro keeps landing her attack. We're going to attack with Shuten, then activate Shiranui's spell to reset our assault, and attack one more time and pass. At the start of their turn, Yamawaro will auto-attack and die. Then they put a form on Hangan and suicide run to our Shuten. That is really close because we have 1 health left. But we won this one because we just need to attack for game.
海と空の境界線天地をつなぐ灯火私はその中にいる
一人でも名役を最後まで守ってみせる。
The second stage is against Hoka, Ibaraki, Itsumade, and Ubume. We're still going to use the same deck throughout this whole chapter, so you just need to get comfortable with the playstyle of this deck. Our buffs stay the same on all stages, and they will get the first turn, so they will attack directly with Hoka, then activate Itsumade's spell, then activate Itsumade's spell to get 2 golden feather. After that, they activate one of them and pass. So before we make any move, we're going to check the opponent's buff. His buff is when his health is an odd number, attack damage +2. If it's an even number, non-attack damage +2. Because most of the time they're attacking Shikigami has low health but really high attack, you want to make his life stay at an even number so that your Shikigami can survive longer. Now that we know his buff, we're going to kill their Hoka, then put a form on Hitorima. After that, we search Shiranui's card using Momo's spell and pass. With 4 attack, there's no way they will put forward Ubume, so they will attack with Itsumade, activate 1 golden feather, and pass. On our turn, we're going to kill their Itsumade with Momo, then draw a card using Shuten's spell and attack directly with his combat card. On their turn, they killed our Shuten with Ibaraki, then activate Ubume's combat card to attack our life directly, dealing 7 damage. On our turn, we evolve Shiranui, then activate her spell to make Hitorima gain haste and rally. After that, we just go for direct attack and make their life reach an even number and pass. On their turn, they attack with Ubume just to get killed, then activate Ibaraki's spell and pass. On our turn, we're just going to attack directly, then reset our assault using Shiranui's spell and attack once more, leaving them with 1 health left. I don't know why my game suddenly lags, but on their turn, they pretty much have given up and killed their own Ibaraki and pass. On our turn, we're just going to attack with Shuten for game. The third stage is one of the easiest one, but the opponent's buff is quite annoying. Man, our luck sucks during this playthrough because the opponent keeps getting the first turn. They will attack directly with Yotohime, then attack once more using her combat cards and pass. Right, before we do anything, we're going to check their buffs. If they kill our Shikigami, luck check 4. If successful, we have to discard all cards of that Shikigami, then we take damage times 2 of the number of the discarded cards. Sounds really annoying, right? Well, in this match you just have to be careful of Yotohime and Ibaraki because they have the most chance to kill your Shikigami. On our turn, we're going to search Shiranui's card using Momo's spell. I would have liked her evolve, but you gotta make do with what you have. Then we're going to attack with Shiranui, killing their Yotohime. After that, we activate Shiranui's spell to gain rally, and another reason is we don't want to lose this card before we got to activate. On their turn, they will kill our Shiranui with Kusa and pass. See, if we didn't use her cards, that card would have been wasted. Well, I'm going to fast forward this one because this is really easy to do.
拙者の死者名簿を見なかった。
うっかり酔っちまった。俺の力借りたいんか？ほう。
治療はうちに任せなはれ。
感謝する。友よ。
私に切れないものはない。
死という字の書き方を知っている。
丸は終わった。あの日読んでくれた歌続けて。
そろそろ本気を出すか。
お願い。
さらに強くなってやるぜ。その罪死をもって償え。は
あ、気持ちいい。春のお日様みたい。ホタルグサは頑張ります。
俺の心にはお天道さんの火種が残っとるんや。
今回は手加減せん。鬼の力を味わえ。全員死ぬがいい。土俵だめ。
もうすぐ秋か。
春だまだ来たで。私自由になりたいの。
意志を持つ者は目標に向かって進むべし。炎を覆い隠す古墳、この手で突っ切ったる。
Now, stage 4 is one of the more interesting battle of this chapter. Once again, they get the first turn, they will attack directly with Awanlun, then activate Samurai X combat card and pass. Now, before we start, we're going to take a look at their buffs. When they take direct damage, they will gain shield equal to the damage, and at the end turn, inflict damage to our life equal to the number of shield they have. So in this battle, I would suggest damage them little by little until their life is below 30. Then you just wait and build up your rally. You don't really need to worry about them attacking because their Shikigami stats is not that high, but try to keep your life above 30 so that you don't lose their rally buff. I am going to fast forward this bit because this one is a bit long.
まだ終わってない。
悪くない選択じゃ。もうすぐ秋か。俺の力借りたいんか。
治療はうちに任せなはれ。
感謝する。ほら。海よ。
春は小さいのだから大事にしてな。私自由になりたいの。私は特別な存在になったの。
まだ諦めていない。忘れられることは
前回はどこで終わった？今日もたくさん面白い話を聞けたわね。百物語を全部聞いたりして。
うっかり酔っちまった。俺の心にはお天道さんの火種が残っとるんや。忠義を尽くす心に迷いなし。俺は善人なんかと違う。見過ごせへんことがぎょうさんあるだけや。
わしの実力はこの程度ではないぞ。務めを果たす。通行止め。風に乗って波に乗って。
意志を持つ者は目標に向かって進むべし。
わしも年を取ったの。必ず我が皆を守る。恐れることはない。風は恐怖を与えることもある。風はそなたの味方だ。
弱らきゃ帰れねえぞ。
海と空の境界、天地をつなぐ灯火。私はその中にいる波に浮かぶあなた。私を忘れないで。生きていつか蝶のように自由に飛べるかな。
休憩終了よ。続けましょう。
主様を守り抜くでござる。
物語の始まり。
風はそなたの味方だ。
Well, our rally has reached a pretty high number, so we're going to finish this in one go. We activate Hitorima's spell, gaining a massive amount of rally, then activate his spell to gain Hunt, because if we attack Samurai X, this will not end. So we're going to attack Awandon instead and instantly win the game.
ちょっと休憩するわ。
Well, here we are, the finale part 1 of this chapter. Because remember at the beginning of this video I told you that on stage 5 there's going to be 2 battles. But both of them are fairly easy and you can play without paying attention of their buff. But we're going to take a look at it anyways because this is kind of a guide video. Their buff is each time they play a card, inflict damage to us equal to the card level. See? Nothing to worry about. Their Shikigami has fairly low attack too. Well, since our hand is looking pretty heavy, we're just going to attack directly and pass. On their turn, they put a form on Kusa, then activate Yotohime combat card and pass. On our turn, we're going to kill their Yotohime, then put a form on Hitorima and pass. On their turn, they activate one lantern support, then attack our Hitorima using Awandon and pass. On our turn, we're going to search Hitorima card using Momo's spell, and we're just going to pass because we want to set up for next turn. On their turn, they activate Ink Splash on Momo, then attack directly with Kusa. After that, they activate one Lantern Sport and put a form on Bukuan and pass. On our turn, we put a form on Momo, then activate Assault Raid to kill Kusa. After that, attack directly with Momo because she has the least chance to get killed. On their turn, they're just going to attack with Yotohime and pass. On our turn, we kill their Yotohime with Shuten, then put a form on him and pass. On their turn, they activate one Lantern support, then attack with Bukuman only to get killed. On our turn, we're just going to evolve Shiranui, then goes for direct attack with Shuten and pass. On their turn, they put a form on Kusa, then they will suicide run to Shuten with their Kusa and pass. Well, we're going to finish this with Hitorima, so he will go for direct attack, then activate Shiranui's spell to reset the assault, and go for one more time, and we win the game. On the second part of stage 5, sadly we have to use the deck the story provides us with. This is a relatively easy battle, but a bit long because our only damage dealer is Shuten. The opponent's buff is the same as the last one, but they added another one. Whenever they deal damage to us, gain 1 stack of key focus. At 6 stats, they gain Storm for 1 turn. If I remember, Storm makes their damage increase by +2, I think. Well, we also get a new buff. Whenever we heal ourselves, projectile equal to the amount healed. We have a lot of heals with this lineup, so we can definitely use that to our advantage. On our turn, we're going to put a form on Shuten, then goes for direct attack and pass. On their turn, they activate Dice Bomb, dealing 4 damage to Shuten, then they will Suicide Run their Yamausagi and pass. The one you have to be careful here is Jikikairu and Yamausagi. Jikikairu because he has a lot of luck check cards and forms, and Yamausagi because she has the spell that turns our Shikigami to paper dolls. This battle is really freaking long, so I'm just going to fast forward this to the interesting bit.
おとなしく丘に帰るのじゃ。バカな！この水こそ万物の源。
幸運には代償が伴う。
酔わなきゃ帰れねえぞ。処方は幻のこと。
死にたくない。
もう一回勝負しよう。くんなな。
今日もたくさん面白い話を聞けたわね。物語の始まり。
全然怖くないよ。みんな今日も元気いっぱいに行きましょう。
たくさん飲んだがの。
うさぎ鍋にされる気配感じません？
もう一曲ゲロ。
あら、そろそろ100個目の物語で赤いの永遠に消えば。
幸せは自分の手で掴まなくちゃ。私綺麗好きなの。はっ。
休憩終了よ。続けましょう。夜が深くなると効果がもっと明るくなりそう。
俺様はそう簡単に弱ねえ。今さら引き返そうとしても無駄じゃぞ。俺様に挑戦したいんかい？
まだ終わってない。
一差し舞いましょうか。まだ負けてないもん。ああ、もっと早くこれをくらえ。人参の力を読めないよ。
我は苦しむ人々を救わん修行祭。負けた分全部取り戻す。サイコロよ、俺の言うことを聞いてけろ。俺との対局はお前の最大の失敗。バレなきゃいいけどやったけろ。まずい。修行祭。
前回はどこで終わったっけ？
災い飛んで行け。私に任せて。
酔わなきゃ帰れねえぞ。ほら
ひどいよ。
もう一回勝負しよう。
俺はまだ負けてないやろ。バレなきゃいいけどやったけろ。まだ終わっちゃいねえよ。信じない。結果は俺の勝ちだ。幸運よ来い。嵐が来るぞ。幸運よ来い。水こそ万物の源
もう寂しくない。今回こそしっかり働きなさいよ。これでよし。 役に立ったでしょ。
バレなきゃいいけど、やったけど幸運よく
Just when I thought the battle is going to get even longer, we drew Aobozu Evolve, so this is a guaranteed win for us. We activate his Evolve, healing for 8 and dealing 8 projectiles. After that, his Evolve ability activates and that will kill them. Well, that's all for today's video. I certainly hope you find it somewhat informative. It's really been quite a while, isn't it, since the last guide video. I originally wanted to release this video on Saturday as usual, but I got sick and only got around to finish this on like Monday or so. Really sorry about that. Well then, as usual, if you have any kind of feedback, leave it down in the comments and see you next video. Bye!